stream. Okay, 3, 2. Okay, he's doing the countdown on comments.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You told me.
Okay, keep it 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Never
Doesn't matter.
mind.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna talk a bit of this game. This was released and developed by NoGA Co. and Warhol Games, and as I said before, this game has been released on 2000 as a PlayStation exclusive. This is a trap 'em up game, and the only point here is to beat Tom as fast as possible, since one player is all the time Jerry. And unfortunately, there's no way to play as Tom as first player, and there's a total of 15 stages, which every 5th stage we are gonna have some mission stages, which are the stages 5, 10, and 15. We're gonna explain that until we reach that stages. So I'm gonna be doing most of the commentary of the game, and also if Shadow has something to say about the game, he's gonna see it.
By the way, I got the triple hit.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, you can be lucky with Tom and can do a triple hit and make that sound which you have heard before.
And that's trick. It's a kind of frame perfect because it's a bit hard to execute sometimes. And as Shadow said before, you need to hit your enemy 3 times in a row. So that's a good signal that you are doing the gameplay correctly. That's signal that you're playing this so well, because sometimes it doesn't matter how much you try to hit Tom, and sometimes the game doesn't recognize that. So this is a trap 'em up game, as I've said before, and there are different kind of items here. And the first principal items that are the long distance items that you use to throw to Tom at a long distance. There are the melee items that you can use 3 times to hit your enemy, and also there are some traps that can make that the enemy get distracted or also cause him some damage. Like for example the fridge. If we activate it and somebody comes over it, like for example in this case with Tom, it will open and it will make that the character get freeze for a while, and also it's gonna make him some damage. And another traps are the distractor ones, like the radio or the television. And for example, the television, as you have saw at the start of the run, when a character stops in front of the TV turns on and you start to watch the Tom and Jerry show. So you got distracted on it, so that's a good opportunity for the enemy to hit him. So that's the way that you can do some damage here. And basically this is a good combination of luck, because and also depending of your movement, depending on your position, it's where that you can make that Tom goes. So on next stages, it's gonna start the most hardest pace, because depending of the stage also, it's which rooms of the house, which items are activated, and all that stuff. So in order to have a good chance to beat Tom as fast as possible, we need to keep that Tom just given in some specific rooms at the house. For example, in these first stages we are not able to go upstairs, so the worst pattern on this game is to have Tom upstairs, because it's more hard to hit him, since the rooms are not so big as the living room, as the kitchen, and all of them. And thanks to it, you can maybe feel that the game is the same in many aspects, but you're gonna see that in this pace, and we are gonna keep continuing the stages, and we are gonna start to watch some differences. And on this example, and also Slowa, you the image of shadows, please, on stream. I don't know what happened, but Slowa, please fix that, because you're there's no image from Shadow.
Feels when I am streaming and no image.
RIP. Okay, We hope that.
it's fine.
But well, please, Shadow, tell me that you're doing a local recording. Please tell me that.
Oops.
Are you doing it?
No. I can't local record for some reason.
Okay, Shadow, so let me ask you this. Why don't you make any kind of local recording? Obviously, this is a meme. This is a meme race and this is a meme run, and you don't know what's gonna happen. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So this is the fourth stage, and in my case that I'm playing, which is.
Well, I am just finishing fourth stage.
Okay, nice. That means that you're winning this race, and well. And also something that I need to mention is that the name of the stages are some kind of games with words, so that can gives you a little hint about which rooms are gonna be open or which items are gonna appear. So in this case, I'm gonna go to the fifth stage, which is Garden of Eating, which is one of the 3 mission stages. Now we are gonna see the little dog named Quacker. So how you can
RNG. Blessing for good RNG this level.
Bless RNG, you're gonna see why does Shadow say that. So this is a special stage mission. So in this case, if you are Jerry, you need to find Quackers, which is the little ducky that it's featured in some Tom and Jerry stages, and if Tom catches, he's gonna take it to the oven. So if you play as Jerry, we need to carry him at the garden at that little lake. So the good pace on this. Okay, I'm having this good pace because also this is RNG.
I have a decent pace because first one was in the bowling part and the second one was in the library.
Okay, and talking about again the paces.
Last one is in. Okay, no,
as
it's not
we have
there.
So we got some good patterns
because this is a decent RNG.
Because also, since it's RNG based, also we need to keep care about in which room does Tom is. So in this example, I have 1. You need to do this 3 times to win. So. The good pattern is that if the dog appears on the library or the playroom, you are on the good pace. But if the dog appears at the principal part of the house and the principal door, and that's the worst pattern that you can get, because if the dog appears there and it takes you a big amount of time to take him. Tom's gonna go for it, so it's gonna be a bit hard to retard him, the dog. So in this example, with these mission stages, if we are gonna try to get back the dog, for example, if Tom has catched the dog and we need to have it, we just need to hit him with 1 melee item, because if we use a long distance item, Tom's not gonna drop the little dog. So in this case, we just need to do this. And also now we have new different kind of traps. For example, now until this 6th stage, which is Pop Goes the Cedar, I can activate the oven. So some kind of traps are so good, and if you wanna use some long distance items. Because since the enemy got freezed, you can use that time to hit him. And some good part of the long distance item is that item makes more damage to our enemy. So if you use that kind of traps that distracts Tom, you will like to use that long distance items.
Okay, I am in the kind of fierce run killer. Nightfalls.
And yeah, this is, as Shadow said, this is the first run killer, which is Nightfalls. And this is the first stage when you are able to go upstairs. The reason why this is run killer is thanks to that, because as I've said before, if Tom goes upstairs, like Frank's, okay, haven't got good luck, he's going upstairs. If he goes upstairs, it's a little bit hard to hit him since the game has a weird hitbox, and sometimes it doesn't matter if you hit an enemy, the game's not gonna recognize that you have tried to hit him. That makes that it can be a bit harder because, at least on the first rooms, since the rooms are a bit larger, you have more possibilities to find a good position to hit Tom. But since the other rooms are tiny, that makes that this can turn a bit stressful and hard to get, obviously. So at least in this case I got some good luck and Tom hasn't went upstairs.
Yeah, same. I got good luck and Tom didn't went upstairs.
And maybe you haven't noticed this, but we have manipulated Tom's position, because depending also about how much damage do you have, how much damage does Tom has, and all that kind of stuff, and and also depending on which room do you are, and this can make that the Tom's position get manipulated. So in this case you are gonna see that we usually are being just moving between the living room, between the laundry room and kitchen, since on that 3 rooms are the most easiest to manipulate the Tom's position. So if we go to an extra room, like for example the dining room, and that's gonna be bad because we have more possibilities that make that Tom goes to a position that we don't want, and that's gonna make that it takes more time to us to beat him. So basically, if we talk about an history of this game, is that it's just a kind of recreation of the animation series. So this is the classic 40s and 50s cartoon violence that we are not used to watch on TV now in these days, because, well, that was a quite different.
Nice emulator.
What happened?
My game used soft-lock on loading screen, so I just load my backup save.
Okay, that's another problem that also this game has on emulators, because both Shadow and me are playing this game on a PS1 emulator. And a big problem of this game is that if you try to emulate, sometimes it's gonna crash or get a soft lock. So which kind of soft locks does this game has? Well, the first one is the extended loading screen, that it will appear the loading screen and then the game's gonna be freeze there. It's not, the stage is not gonna never load. The second one is the black screen once you enter to a stage. This just happens when you enter a stage. There's no any kind of history about somebody who got that once he beat the stage. And the third one is that one that has secured to Shadow, that sometimes it just appears a random green screen. So talking about how probably you can get this kind of soft locks on emulator, and it's like it's like a 5%, unfortunately, and that's something that on consoles doesn't happen. That find a copy of this game sometimes is a bit hard. Fortunately, this game is not so expensive. It's not expensive, but finding a copy of this game it's a bit hard, since it hasn't. When the game was released, it hasn't sold very well, and also the company decided to retire early from the market the game, so thanks to it, we wasn't able to see this game for a long time on the market. So now in my case I'm go through the stage number 10, which is Urban Spike, and it's the second mission.
Almost going to them.
And well, I'm gonna explain this.
I'm about to finish. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and well, in Urban Spike, the gameplay is the same as on Garden of Eden, but in this case we're gonna see Spike, that dog that sometimes appears in some Tom and Jerry episodes, and as you can see he's sleeping at the living room. So there are some instruments that we need to find, and also this is fully RNG.
Yeah, it's our man Spike is full RNG too, so
also depending.
Yes.
Well, depending on. Okay, we're gonna talk. But talk. I'm gonna wait until you finish.
No, yeah, go ahead. I just enter in this stage.
Okay, well, and now I'm having a bad base since I have the instrument and Tom is going behind me, but he falling his trap, was the TV, so I get something here. So, well, I have forgotten entirely what I was going to say. What I was saying? Okay, now Tom took the last
You can
instrument.
manipulate the kind of RNG in this case. Oh my god, this is a good RNG.
Well,
You're sitting in main hall of the second floor.
well, now we are watching an example about what happens when you try to beat Tom on this upstairs. Now, as you can see, it's a bit hard for me, and I don't know why he's not gonna throw the instrument.
Okay.
Catch.
Be careful with this instrument. Be really careful with this one. Okay, never mind. I got it. This is
I got it. I got the last instrument the last time. That was good. But I have to do something another time.
Where is this? Okay, it's in the baby's room. Okay, it's fine.
And something
Yeah,
I also have forgot to say, it's that also depending about how do you move on the previous stages before this mission stage, and the RNG can change. So
yeah,
on this case, our man spike, it's a bit tricky to manipulate the position about where does the instrument appears. And if you play as Jerry, as you have saw, I need to play the instrument and make that spike wakes up. But if you are Tom, you need to throw that instrument to the trash can that it's on the kitchen. So on this case, with the last instrument, I got some little issues that took me a big amount of time.
I took a bit of issues in the first instrument, but not something major.
And yeah, also that can make that you can lose a little amount of time.
Yeah.
And most because for a weird reason, it doesn't matter how much times do you hit Tom and he loses the instrument. For us, it's like a I don't know, a big injustice, or it looks like the cat is cheating because sometimes he doesn't move and he can get the instrument again. So that's a big problem that happens most when you try to get the instrument when you are upstairs. But on the first mission stage, it was Garden of Eating, and Dog appears downstairs, and our man spike, and also the next mission stage, which is gonna be the last stage, which is Oodless for Toothless, and the items used to appear upstairs. It's rare the case, but there's a possibility that also that items appear downstairs. But it's a little probability. It's no, how I can say this. You're gonna be kinda sure about how it happens, but we can say that approximately it took like a 2% of having the items downstairs. At less on our man spike, but it's more probably that in the last stage you can get the items downstairs. Usually the last two items are the ones that appears downstairs. But if everything's still being fine, we're not gonna get any kind of issues at the end.
Okay, at least I'm not getting any issue like a crash or any other soft lock.
And yeah, that's something that, for a certain reason, if you load a save game, sometimes that freeze, that sublock doesn't happen. But as I've said before, that's something randomly on emulator, unfortunately. But we have a little hope about getting this game soon to run it on a console.
Yeah.
And also, the game has a 2-player mode, and you can choose any of the stages to play. So that's a cool feature if you have somebody to play this game, since it's the game if you can see, it's a very short game, to be honest, but it's funny, and most if you are a big fan of Tom and Jerry, because it feels like if you were acting on the real animation series. So that's a good point that this game has. So we are reaching now to the last stages of the game. This is stage number 13, Law and Order, another amazing game with the words. So we are now able to go to the garden and we can find more stuff to use. But as I have said before, it's better to have Tom on these 3 specific rooms, because if it's hard to manipulate Tom once you are upstairs, it's more harder to manipulate if he goes to the garden.
Yeah.
So that if you have issues trying to make Tom keep downstairs, it's more hard to keep him into the house instead of on the garden. So on this case, I'm so close to get that pace, unfortunately.
I just wow. Tom, stop.
And that's a good representation about how RNG sometimes can be so troll here. And on this occasion, Tom went out of the house, so he's gonna get back again.
Tom is not going out the house for me, at least for now. So it's fine. Okay, he got the furnace to tame, which is okay.
Okay, now it's heaters on the garden, and
yeah, he got outside. Wow.
That's a big problem when you have Tom outside, because now he's gonna be more careful with his movements and it's gonna be more hardest to beat him. So that's a good point of the manipulation, because, well, you can, if you can keep Tom in that specific rooms, the good point is that his movements are not gonna be the best ones, so that's fully and free manipulation. And now we're gonna go to the stage number 14, and now Tom's gonna disappear for a while and we're gonna see Mechanic Cat. I don't know if somebody can remember that episode when Tom got replaced by a Mechanic Cat. So on a casual gameplay, this can be the most annoying stage, because Mechano is faster and also he makes more damage than Tom. So in order to manipulate him here, I'm gonna move in order he can see me. He can see me, and now I'm gonna activate these mouse toys. So if I put on this spot, I can hit him twice. I'm gonna out of the room, and I'm gonna wait until he leaves. He leaves, I can enter, I can catch the item again, I can activate the toy. I can put now.
Okay, I am in Mechanic Cat.
So okay, I
Please, Mechanic Cat, don't be bad. I want to get a good PV.
Well, at least my PV base is dead now.
No!
Because I have more than 1 minute lost. And well, Shadow's PV it's at 25, I don't remember.
25, 24.
And my PV is 24.47 that I have achieved a couple of hours ago. Because we were practicing
Not
this
for a
game.
PV today, maybe.
And well, now it's time to go to the last stage of the game, which is Toothless for Toothless. And well, time's gonna finish once we throw the last item. So this is the most hardest stage of all, because if you got issues trying to manipulate Tom's position on previous stages, this is gonna be the most hardest, because by default Tom needs to win this episode, because now that white cat that features in some episodes, and Tom tries to make her his girlfriend, and well, thanks to it, Tom need to win in some case. So now, if you are Tom, you need to carry the gifts to her. She's on the outside of the garden. But if we are Jerry, we need to go to the trash can inside of the house to throw the item. So my time is gonna finish in a while, and I don't know about Shadow because he have restored the game.
Yeah, you see Mechanic Cat.
Okay, now this is something bad, as I've said before about the manipulation. And now since Tom was upstairs, the gift hasn't appeared here, so I need to
I got a